With so many different iPad models available today, it can be overwhelming to know which one's the right one for you. I'm Nick Guy, a senior staff writer at Wirecutter, and I'm here to tell you which is the right iPad for you. With the recent iPad launch, there are now 4 current models to choose from, 5 if you count both sides of the iPad Pro. It's not immediately clear when you walk into the Apple Store or just take a look online which one's going to be the right one for what you're using it for. We're going to take you through our recommendations so that no matter what you're using your iPad for, you make the right choice. Going across the lineup, iPads range from $330 all the way up to $1,900. The smallest iPad is the iPad mini, and that starts at $400. It's not the cheapest, it is the smallest. Next up, in terms of size, is the 9.7-inch iPad. They call it the iPad 6th generation, just the iPad. We call it the basic iPad around here. $330. The iPad Air is one of the newest, and it costs $500. It has a 10.5-inch display. And then we have the iPad Pro. It comes in 2 sizes. There's the 11-inch iPad Pro for $800, starting at $1,000, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro. We think the best iPad for almost anybody is the 9.7-inch iPad, which again starts at $330. A lot of times you can actually find it on sale for $250. At that price, it's a really great deal. It works with the first generation Apple Pencil. It has a really nice display. If you're using it for games, reading books, or basic tasks like that, it's going to be absolutely fine for almost anyone. The 2019 iPad Air and iPad mini actually have the exact same specs. The only difference is the size between them. So if you want an iPad with a bigger screen and don't want to spend as much money as an iPad Pro costs, the 10.5-inch iPad Air is a really great choice. It's only a little bit bigger than the 9.7-inch iPad. It also has a few benefits like a faster processor. The iPad Air also has a nicer display than the 9.7-inch iPad because it's laminated to the glass, which means there's no air gap between the glass and the screen. It looks a lot nicer. It also supports features like Apple's True Tone display, where the color balance on the screen will adjust based on the lighting in the room you're in. The iPad mini is exactly the same as the iPad Air, except it's a lot smaller. Instead of a 10.5-inch display, it has a 7.9-inch display, which means you can hold it in one hand. It's great for texting, it's great for kids if they want to play a lot of games on it and you don't want to give them something that might be too big for them. It's also the first iPad mini that works with the Apple Pencil. Just like the 9.7-inch iPad and the iPad Air, the iPad mini only works with the first generation Pencil. The second generation Apple Pencil only works with the iPad Pro. The iPad mini is a great choice for people who like the size of a Kindle but want more features. You can read books on it and it's really great for that, but you can also use all of your apps, and with a fast processor, you're not going to feel like you're limited at all. That leaves the iPad Pro. The iPad Pro has more power than most people need, and it costs a lot more than you have to spend to get a great iPad experience. But if you do want something that can really replace your laptop and you're willing to make some compromises, you can go with the iPad Pro. You might choose the iPad Pro if you're using heavy video editing, photo editing, or if you like to draw on your iPad, especially because it supports the second generation Apple Pencil, which is a lot better than the first in how you use it. Just remember, the 9.7-inch iPad is going to be the best bet almost all of the time. If you need more from your iPad, you have a lot of options, but you really don't have to spend a ton of money to get a great experience from your tablet.
Oh my God.
Hey Siri, stop.